there, I'm Jennifer Basile, and this is the A plus parent. Yeah. So, welcome once again. All I basically get to do here is to talk about parenting. Yep. I talk about parenting. I talk about things. I share tips. I share advice on things that will help your parenting journey healthier, smoother, and happier in spite of all the hula baloos that comes with it. All right. And even if you're not a parent watching this, just sort of, yep, don't exit yet until the very end. Because trust me, you would actually get very helpful tips and, useful things that will be helpful for you in one way or another. Yep. So if this is your first time, thank you for joining. Thank you for stopping by. Mm. English should not fail me. Thank you for stopping by. I really do not take it for granted. Thank you so much. And if this is your second or third, fourth, fifth, sixth, which will soon be your 100th time here, thank you once again for stopping by. I do not take it for granted in any way. You are the real MVP. Yeah, you are. All right. I am Judith Basile. I think I've said that before, Abby. Yeah, I think I have. All right. Anyways, I'm Judith Basile. And today, as you can see, I'm here with a book again, but I promise this will not be long because I think every time I hold a book to come and share something, I always end up talking for so long. Anyways, this one will not be long, I promise. So this is actually a continuation, or more like a part two of the last video I dropped, which was on what parents can do or what parents should do, what parent can do or what parents should. Oh my god, what is happening? Okay, I shared a video on what parents should do and not do when their daughter or if their daughter gets pregnant, and what they should also not say and what they can say if that is to their daughter if she ever gets pregnant. That is out of wedlock or in family way when she's put in family way or she gets in family way. What should you actually do and not do to your daughter if she gets in family way. So, anyways, that was what that video was about. And today is more like a continuation, but we are facing the opposing side, which is the boys, the sons. What do you do as a parent if your son gets a girl pregnant? When you hear a knock on the door, pop, 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 and you go to open it, and you see an angry woman shouting, "Where is Chigozie? Where is Femi? Where is Daniel? Where is he? You got my daughter pregnant. Eh? How dare you? Are you the one responsible? You, in fact, you are the one responsible for this child. Eh? What did you do? What would you do to your son? What would you say to him? Would you throw him out of the house? Because I think over time, I mean, I know sometimes just these things in Nollywood, but the truth is, what we see in Nollywood most times are just the picture of what actually happens in reality, right? So it's not something that we just wave off like I beg. If these things actually happen in reality, right? So what do you do when you're faced with that kind of situation as a parent? And I've also come to realize that sometimes it's really the girl that is maybe the victim now. It's really the girl and her family that tends to just face it and deal with things and deal with the situation like it's her business. She should figure it out. And it's not like, oh, the boys have nothing to worry about, they still go on with their life. I mean, you hear it often said a lot that when a girl gets pregnant, like in a family way, it's she's the one that has to deal with it, and which is to a very large extent the truth, because she's the one that carried the baby, it's her body, and some things, no, not some things, a lot, in fact, everything has changed for her, right? Every single thing would change for her at that point in time, right? So, when that happens to the boys, what happens to the boy in question that actually planted that seed in there? What happens to him? Does he just continue living his life, la vida loca, like nothing happened. No, I think there is something that should actually be done about it. And you, as a parent, you have a major role to play in that. And I wrote 5 things here actually from my research on what parents can actually do or what they should do and not do when their son or if their son gets a girl in the family way. And number one here is don't excuse his behavior. And I think this is really important because when you do that, it's like you're making him feel it is okay to be badly behaved. It's like you're telling him, well done, thumbs up, you did well, right? Even if you don't literally do that, but by excusing his behavior, that is exactly what you're actually doing. So don't excuse his behavior. He actually has to take responsibility for his choices, all right? And don't make it seem like, oh, what he has done is nothing, like it's not the first. And so what if it's the first? And so what if he goes to doctor pregnant? It's not. Is it the first? Is it? No, don't do that. Mm-mm. We don't do that here. So don't excuse his behavior. Don't do that. Number two is don't put out the blame on the young woman. Mm-mm. Don't do that. That is very wrong. Don't start saying things like, it is her fault. Why did she go to his room? Why did she do this? Why did she do that? Why you to your son? Why did he not tell the girl to leave? Or why did he not um pursue her or something? Why did he plant the seed inside the girl? Why did he get into the act? Why did he do? Why? So don't start blaming the girl. Don't start blaming the young woman. Don't start saying things like, oh, she trapped him or it is her fault. Why did she wear a short skirt? Why did please don't put all the blame on the young woman because your son also has a part to play in this. He also has part of the blame to carry, to share in this. So do not put all the blame on the young woman. Don't do that. Don't do that because when you do that, it's like you are encouraging him again, like you're encouraging him to be badly behaved. So don't put all the blame on the girl because your son also has the blame or a part of the blame to carry. All right. Another thing here is don't ignore the situation. Don't act like nothing has happened. Don't act like, oh, everything will just go back to normal. No, nothing will go back to normal because your son is now a father. You are now a grandfather or a grandmother. Congratulations. Anyways, nothing will actually be normal. So, or nothing will actually remain the same. A lot is going to change, right? So don't act like nothing has happened because pretending like nothing happened doesn't help the situation. Doesn't help you. Doesn't help the son, your son. Doesn't help the girl, which is now your daughter-in-law. Well, they don't really need to get married. I think. I mean, left to me, in my opinion, I don't think so. Anyways, nothing remains the same. Okay? Nothing remains the same. So don't act like nothing happened. Because pretending like nothing happened will not help the situation. So don't excuse the situation. Alright? And number four here is don't shame him into hopelessness. Not start saying negative things or hurtful things to him. Things like you have destroyed your life, you have ruined your life, you are useless, you are nothing. Don't make life difficult for him. Don't make things worse for him. Yes, he has messed up, but don't now make the whole thing worse than it is already. Alright, so don't shame him into hopelessness. Rather, you should encourage him to now become more mature, like to grow up, to be more mature, to be more responsible, so that he is able to become the kind of father he should for the sake of his daughter, his well, maybe his daughter or his son, for the sake of his child. All right, so he's able to become a responsible and a reasonable father. So encourage him to grow up, encourage him to be more mature and to be more sensible. Yeah. And number five on the list here is don't encourage him to abandon his child. This one is a no, 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 no. No. So whether you are his father, his mother, his aunt, his uncle, his friend, whoever you are, to a boy that has impregnated a girl and he's now expecting a child, don't advise him, don't encourage him to abandon that child. Don't do that. That is, I think that's a very wicked thing to do. Honestly, very, very wicked. So don't advise him to walk away from his responsibilities. He has to own it. He has to own his choices. He actually has to. He has to, because when he was creating or procreating another human in another human's body, he should have also thought about the consequences of that action, right? And I think, looking at the grand scheme of things, right, or looking at the big picture, it's not even about putting blames or throwing blames. Oh, it's her fault, it's his fault. The main goal of this is majorly to, help us be more intentional about raising both our sons and our daughters. Not just our daughters alone, but even our sons, all right, to be more intentional, to be more present. And so are able to, raise children who are responsible, right? So we as parents, we provide that support that they need. The support, I think I was it somewhere here. The support, the accountability, the growth, the right environment for them. Because we already live in a messed up society. The best you can do as a parent is ensuring that you are a present, supportive parent. Come rain, come sun, you are there as a parent. All right. So that's actually the main goal of these videos. So whether your son got a girl pregnant or it is your daughter that is pregnant, still give that support, still give that encouragement, because that is what they really need to thrive through this phase and this new chapter, because I mean it's a whole new chapter for him or her. Okay, so I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please remember to give this a thumbs up, and be sure to also share in the comment section any advice that you have for a mom or a dad, a family who their son has gotten a girl pregnant. What do you think they should do and they should not do as well? Please do also share in the comment section. I will be on the lookout for it, and I'm sure it's going to be very helpful. All right, so till I come your way next time, I still remain the Basile. Stay safe. Bye for now.